Scene 12. The next day, Anthony and his friend from work, John, is out in his backyard putting together a basketball hoop that Anthony bought for his son. They tossing down some beers and getting in some jokes while they work. John says to Anthony, "Bro, I'm still bugging off the story you told me this morning. These dudes are crazy, eh? These niggas then went from bullying your son to extorting you now. Like, what's up with that?" "I know. It's like they out to get us. Or just on some bullying shit. I know one thing. This uncle motherfucker done crossed the line coming up in my house. You don't fuck around with a man's castle or his queen. Damn right. They in violation and they pulled the blade out on you? Nah, these niggas way out of line." All of a sudden they hear screaming and yelling. It sounds like it's coming from the street. And Anthony rushes into the house with John right behind him. When Anthony gets out front, he sees a small group of people up the block, and he can see Uncle right in the middle of it. Uncle is kicking a man laid out on the street, and Big Will is off to the side, and he grabs the guy's friend and begins to punch him in the face until he passes out. Everybody out there is screaming. It's like madness, like a damn zoo. Uncle is like, yeah, rude boy, yeah, you tough, huh? You a gangster, huh? What you think, we still kids? Kick homeboy in the face. Uncle stomps the man's hand and then spits on him. Anthony stares along with John and half the block. They just can't believe this shit. Uncle walks around and kicks the dude in his face as the man screams and begs for him to stop. Yo, people on the block gasping and moaning at the reckless violence. A lady screams, somebody please break it up before he kills her." But nobody dares to get involved. Uncle ain't nobody to play with, and everybody around here know better. Uncle suddenly looks up from the man and stares at the crowd gathered around. "Y'all want to see something? Y'all standing around here like y'all want to see something. Y'all want to see something? All right, I'll show y'all something." Then he just lays down, reaches in his back pocket, he pulls out a knife, and just sticks it in that helpless man's gut. And then he stands back up and screams, "Oh yeah, guess who's back?" The bleeding man screams out in pain, and it's tough to hear. The block gets silent. Many people, including Anthony and John, they just can't believe their eyes. They all turn their heads in horror. A moment later, 3 police cars come rushing through the block with sirens blasting. To everyone's surprise, Uncle just passes his knife off to Big Will, and then he just sits on the ground and waits until the police walks over and arrests him. Will takes the knife and walks away. Anthony and John can't stop watching. And at some point, before being pushed into the back of the police car, Uncle looks up the block in the direction of Anthony and John, standing in the yard, and he smiles. John says, "The fuck? Did you see that? What the fuck? Yo, he looking right over here." Anthony says, Yeah, I know." John turns to Anthony and says, "That nigga is sick. You gonna have to get some help. And I know just the man for the job, too." Anthony stares at John, worried, but he know he right.